Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Christ169 coming to you live with the power of Spectrum Internet. My Logitech camera, my gaming rig right here. I'm here, you're there, down there now. Now, this whole situation, I'm talking about two things today in this live stream. First off, one's going to be the 40 series cars. Is it still relevant? Do we need one right now? I'm thinking, no, we don't need one right now because the 30 series cars had not been sold as well because scalpers were hiding them and taking them and doing what they want with them. That being said, though, what could have been the issue that could have saved, maybe prolonged 30 series cars, but also been better off to sell more 40 series cars? I think it boils down to little Ryan's fan, guys. All right, it boils down to really, in my mind, what it boils down to for me personally is 30 series, never got off the ground. And what I mean by that is, it's very simple. It never got off the ground, and it never had a chance to, never had a chance to flourish and to grow. It just, didn't have it. Didn't have anything at all for it at all. He didn't have a chance to even get his feet wet, stretch his legs, whatever you want to call it, um, and actually be successful. It never had that chance. So that being said, now looking at hindsight 2020, I'm thinking they should have done. NVIDIA was prolong the wait for the full 40 series cards. Wait until next year because the EVGA is no longer in it. Okay, Intel's cards are coming out, but it's still having some issues with certain people. Certain gamers can't use it because their rig has to have you have to have to think a 12 gen or newer CPU. Doesn't, especially Intel, wouldn't matter. But I think it's my Ryzen 5 is 12 gen, so it's brand new. It came out in 2020. It's kind of threshold, kind of there, where it could work, could not work. It's why I'm around to buy one. Of course, I have 3070 right now, so I don't need one anyway. But those gamers there who are looking for one, a lot of people I know at work or who are looking for new graphics cards might be intrigued to go out there and go buy a ARC 770 or 730, 780, where it's called. Get it home, come to find out, snap! I have to buy a new damn PC to see this damn thing work. And same goes with the 40 series cards. The power consumption is like 400 watts. I think mine is 750. It's it's 750. It's a Corsair. It can hold a 3090. My rig can probably hold a 3090. That's it. The 4090 ain't gonna fit. 4070 is May. But like I said though, the power consumption on those cards are gonna be astronomical. Okay? I don't even know if I can fit the 3090 in there without having to do, first a voodoo chant, but also do some major PCIe upgrades. My sister came over and installed my 3070. She had to take out the old power supply and put the new one in because of the new connectors in. Because if I overclocked it, it'll overheat the system. This helps draw power to the system directly from the power supply, but also to the motherboard to us too. So it's drawing from cases, but they redirected it to draw from the power supply. So me personally, I'm getting 100% tapped in power supply. So when I overclock, it's going to run more. I'm not saying that I'm a PC knowledge person. I'm not. I'll tell you now, though. I'll tell you right now. If you go out there and go buy a 4090, you get it home. A, doesn't fit in your case, or B, doesn't turn on. You have a lot more problems than than buying a 4090. My 3070, it's like a damn brick. It runs beautifully. It's a great system. I think 3070 is probably where I'm gonna be at for a long time. See, I want a 36 Ti by 3070 because it's a little bit more powerful than 36 Ti, but also a little more future proof. Not by much, obviously. Not by much, but enough to warrant the extra money that I'm paying for. I got to pay a little more money off on it, and it's finally mine, all mine. Ha ha ha! Right, all mine. About 90 to 50, $90 left over on it. Not too bad at all. But that being said, though, is a 4090 even relevant right now? Like I said in my opening dialogue, no, it's not. It's not even even a thought or afterthought because the 30 series cards are still out there. I went to Best Buy over in Clarkston, Tennessee, and it's the Governor's Square Mall. You could buy a 3050, smaller one and a bigger one, a 6500 XT that's 4 gigabyte VRAM. I wouldn't even touch that unless you're really a bargain bin gamer. And I saw a 3060 Ti. I think it was 8 gigabytes. 3050 has 8 gigabytes well too. So my recommendation, if you're going to build a rig and want to save some money, 3050 Ti, the 3050 would be better. There's no TIs yet for the desktop, for the desktop PCs, but 3050 ain't bad. If you wanted to get into the RTX, will also have 30 series card. But if you can afford extra money, 3060 Ti or above would be better. But 3060 is still good. 3050 is too. The 3050 is more of your bargain bin 30 series person who wants to have 30 series ray tracing, but don't want to spend astronomical amounts of money just to enjoy a game. He or she wants to play a game, but not sit there and live on the PC, and that's fine. I started with 2060, it ran great. But the 40 series right now, I think is truly been neutered. A, because of the problem with EVGA leaving. That kind of halted some people buying. A lot of people only buy EVGA cards. I mean, I have friends who buy EVGA, and they'll buy EVGA cases they create them. Anybody will create them eventually. EVGA will probably start creating new stuff to keep the people employed. Because there's no way when 85% of your manufacturing is graphics card, and all of a sudden say, hey, no, we're not doing this anymore, the people won't have a job. So you might see some EVGA cases come out. EVGA pre-built, maybe with Intel in them, probably, or AMD's in them. Who knows? But it's a big possibility. Big possibility. Very big possibility. Very big possibility that will happen. But probably unlikely. If anything else, they're getting the power supplies and hopefully cases. Well, they'll be making their money back. Because then they can sell a lot of cases. Especially if the 40 series cards are as big as the J2 Cents said. And they're humongous. And I've seen one of J2 Cents. It's like about this long. Probably about this wide, maybe. It's a thick ass card. You take it and throw somebody with it. I'd kill them. I wouldn't throw it, but hypothetically throwing. My 3070 weighs pretty good pound or two, a couple pounds at least. So it has a stabilizing bar to keep it from bending the slot. So that being said, though, is a 40 series cars necessary right now? No. If you can afford it, yeah, go out and buy it, have fun. But if you can't afford one, the 30 series cars are going to be around for a little bit longer, I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. They're going to be really trying to have you buy a 40 series card. So if you can get 3050, if all you can get 3050 out of the whole situation, You got like a 6060 or a 2060 or 2080, I would probably go for it just to upgrade. 2080 Ti, I'll probably leave it alone because that's equivalent to a 3070. So you're pretty good there. But I know a lot of games requiring the 30 series cards out to be, quote, recommended. Even then, 2080 Ti are pretty badass beast cards I've been hearing. And then the Super, 27 Super, 27, 2080 Super ain't bad either. But yeah, guys, really with NVIDIA's 4090, I can't recommend people not buying them right now. I can't recommend them because I don't know more about them. They need a bigger power supply and a big ass case to hold the damn thing. I don't know if you need to buy a whole new damn setup with the damn a motherboard or the RAM. Because the RAM, I got 30 gigabytes of RAM. I got two 16.6 or 3600 gigabytes of RAM. And I have a 5600X processor that I need to upgrade and get a tower cooler, hope for Christmas, and hopefully a 58 or 5900X. So I can beef up my system a lot more and have even better. So when I do upgrade to a 3090 or Ti or 3080 or whatever, if I decide to try a 4090 or 4070 or whatever I can shove into this damn thing, I can shove anything in a fit. I'll try that, but I guarantee I'm not trying it right now because my payoff this 3070 here, I'm gonna have it for a long while. So I'm very happy what I have. Yes, I'm a gamer now. I'm always looking to upgrade the next things, greatest things. But I know when to quit. I know when to, you know what? I want to stop. I'm gonna enjoy this gaming rig here. It was good at 2060. It ran for about a good year and a half until it started showing its age. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the 3070 for about 2 years, maybe 5 years, maybe 2 or 3 years. And after that, I'll make a decision: do I upgrade to a 4090, 3080, 3090, or I stay that? So it doesn't really matter to me. Now my father can't use the 3070 because his rig ain't gonna hold it. And even if it did, I don't think power supply would even take it. So he had the 2060, and I think that's high he wants to go is. And he loves ray tracing on it, so it's not like it's anything bad. That being said, though, the 4090s, I would wait on them a little bit longer just to make sure that everything is kosher, that the power supply issue is not going to be anything that's damaging, the PCIEs are not going to be catching fire and burning up. That supposedly that they said it may happen. It could be bad wiring that could cause them. Bad wiring, maybe bad power supply, the oversurge or bad motherboard, and a lot of things happen and stuff. You gotta be careful. My brother-in-law built this PC, no Frankenstein. He built it 100%, all the parts brand new, all of them, and it runs like a beast. It runs great, and I love it. So that's why I have no problem with it. But if I were all you there, I would probably go out and get a 30 card. If you got 3080 Ti, 3090 Ti, and you want to go 4090, you already have the top tier anyway. So you personally, it probably work for you anyway. But for the rest of us gamers who don't want to spend $2,000 on a 3090 back when it came out, just wait. Because if sales don't hit good sales, we'll probably know in a couple weeks. Sales are on the 4090s, 40 series. They'll probably start dropping them. And they may even start releasing the 4070s and 4060s by that point in time to draw people in to the ecosystem or the 40 series ecosystem. So you might get a good Black Friday sale at Best Buy or Newegg or Amazon or wherever in the Micro Center or wherever you guys shop at. You might find that. So I would wait. Because right now, we have Matt the junk. You guys have Matt the balls. You force NVIDIA to give you what you want. And you hold them to it. So if you got a 3080 Ti, you want to go with the 40 series, Don't rush on by right now. Wait, they're sold out. You clear the suckers out first. You clear the pawns out first. You get the pawns out of the way, the ones that are going to go buy anything that says NVIDIA on it. You being the smart gamer, you got a better 3080 Ti for waiting a little while. So you might get a 4080 or a 4090 or a 4070 that's more powerful than 3080. But you might be able to, sell somebody else, get money, and pay less for that 40 series card because the prices go down because they're not selling them as well. See, I always tell people, let the suckers and pawns go first. You stay back, and you watch the battlefield unfold. When time to strike, you strike and hit the buy button. You always buy. This is why I waited for 3070. I won one earlier. I kept waiting. Till one day they bought it for me. Because they found my family, found it, my sisters, my brother-in-law, found a good sale. It was like on 5 something. Then they got it for $450. $100. Buy. Bam. I'm paying my dad back because he's the one who bought it because I want to upgrade my system and family's cool like that, so I'm paying them back because it's the right thing to do. It's not a bad thing at all. I'm paying them back. I have the money, but I know I didn't have enough money at the time. I had to pay for the car getting fixed, stuff like that. If you get another car, the car worked better now. The BCM was great, but $600 for it is a lot of money. So I could not spend that kind of money on a car when I spent $650, $700 on a car. And I spent 4 tires, about $700 on tires plus the alignment. So there's a lot of money I'm being spending on this car. Constantly, general maintenance. And so it's just general routine maintenance. That's all it is. And ain't nothing new, just how it is. Okay. Ain't nothing new, just how it is. Just how it's going to be with it, and that's why I have no problem with it. So I would highly wait on the 40 series cars. They're not relevant right now because the games like Call of Duty, World War II, Call of Duty 2, World War II, Battle 2042, if it ever works at all, Shadow Tournament will all run good on your 3070, 3060, 3050 cards. It will run decently on these cards. So if you can get a 3060, 3060, 3050, 3060 Ti, 3050, 3070, get it. Because, they're going to end production on 30 series cards eventually. But get it now. Because the 40 series cards are going to be got up by scalpers. Okay? So, wait on. My final verdict is wait on the 40 series card to drop in price. Don't run out there and be a stool and be a pawn and go out there and buy this stuff at $2,000. And 6 months later, it goes down to $1,100 or $1,000. You're going to be an idiot. Okay? If you want to get a 3090, go for it right now and have that for 5 years. The newer card, 5,000 series cards will come out probably in the next 5 years. These don't sell very well. They'll probably have the 5,000 series coming out probably in the next 2.5, 5 years. Just try to get people to buy these things. But I don't think how much money NVIDIA has. They want to keep throwing it into a cheese grater, having just taking money and throwing it into the grater and just chewing it and wasting it. So eventually they're gonna start bringing back something. I think the 40 series card, they'll start dropping prices down. If they don't start having sales by this November or the Christmas time, they'll probably have sales probably next year in the middle of the year or maybe next Christmas. Once they get the 4090, 4080, if they get one, 4070, 60s, or even 4050s, even 4030s, if they decide to get go that low out, then you'll probably see a lot of good sales. Then just snap them up and go. But that's just my recommendation. Now on to another bit of the news here. This is my secondary part of the news, part 2 of my news stream here. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2. Activision has kind of screwed the pooch when it comes down saying you must have an active phone plan to play our game. Now, if you have Bound like I do, you don't have to worry about this. If you bought a Call of Duty game or Warzone on Battle.net, you should be fine because your numbers are on there. If you're buying it on Steam, you're gonna have a problem because you're gonna have to do everything but wear a bra on your head just to get the damn thing to work. A little reference to weird science there. For you kids don't understand that. To get the game to work. Now I think they're gonna go back on this. I think they're gonna cut it back a little bit, where I might get it on Steam because I have a little more money on Steam than I do Battle.net. Now, if my progress is better on Battle.net, I played it on the Battle.net beta, I might just keep it on Battle.net. But it just depends on it just depends on how I'm feeling and what's going to be on that game because it looks the same on Steam and on Battle.net. What I've been told, I played on Battle.net. It ran great. It ran great. It ran well. It was a good game to play. I got 2 friends on Steam. I got an Xbox. My emblem on Xbox that says Steam, so I have more friends on Xbox as well. So it'd be interesting to play. I played the beta on Battle.net. It ran perfectly, no issues ever. It ran. It kind of with Battlefield did that. Anyway, moving on. But if you don't know what it is, though, the phone number came out during Overwatch 2. And this had been nothing new. PC gamers had to deal with this a couple times. I think World of Warcraft had it for a while. You had to get a phone number on your account so they can access and see if you're really a person or a bot. If you're cheating or not. You can't have multiple accounts on a single number. Like they've done that. In the past, they've done that with different games on PC. So it's in effect in PC. People are saying, well, the majority of gamers are on Xbox. Yeah, okay, yeah, you keep telling yourself that. PC ecosystem has close to over 100 million gamers on Steam and growing. Battle.net probably a little bit half that, less than that. But these games here are being cross-gen. It's awesome. PlayStation 5 versus Xbox versus PC versus Battle.net PC is pretty interesting. Because you can play with anybody you want to at any time and play with anybody. Have to worry about the console. And you can have party chat probably with most people. I'm thinking you can't have everything with PC. I don't know about the Xbox PlayStation crowd. But who cares? I guess if you had friends, you could do that, but I don't think you can. So you can only party chat with your own person, your own console. And that's fine. But you can have open chat when you're talking with each other. It's pretty cool, though. I think it's finally good to have this cross-play, cross-console, cross-gen play between multiple ecosystems. I think it's good to have it, but I think it's also something that now need to be monitored for cheating purposes, because you can mod consoles to cheat. Okay? Now, you can mod a console to cheat, trust me. You can mod a console to cheat. It's not hard at all to mod a controller to cheat. How you can buy them online. I've heard in years past, buy them on 360. And one X and the one, you can't do that anymore. PC can do it. Because they detected it'll just deactivate the controller, I've heard. Or deactivate your account, even worse. Now, how true that is, but let's not try that, okay? Let's not deactivate our accounts, okay? So Activision is doing this to curb cheating. I had T-Mobile. No, I had T-Mobile for a year. I'm on a family share plan. My sister and my brother-in-law, my older sister, my father, and myself are on the plan. We pay about $28 a month. So I get a great deal, right? That being said, though, we are part of the carrier plan, so I'm fine. Because I sent them from Battle.net, no problem. So I'll probably get the game on Steam because I had on Battle.net, Cold War. I'm gonna try it on Steam here because Anyway, though, the point being is this: Activision is trying to curb cheating, so they're activating this cell phone program, this phone number program. I think it's fine. But I had Cricket for a while too, and the prepaid service there, good or bad, depending on who you are. A lot of people can't afford $70, $80, $100 plans. You pay 25, $30 a month. That's all you get. And they're going to deny them. In Europe, a lot of people have prepaid phones because it's better for international calling. You have to understand that Europe has multiple countries. So going from here, from England to Germany, is a different country. It's not like going from Tennessee to New York. It's different. And you have to treat it that way. Okay? And you have to treat it as that much. Okay? And you can't treat it as anything other than that. So I think the biggest problem is with this situation is understanding why they're doing this. They were cheaters in the beta on Battle.net and Steam and on Xbox and PlayStation. You're going to have them, folks. Okay? Cheaters are smarter. They're going to keep growing. You ain't going to stop them with a couple of little phone numbers. Okay? But I know what Activision is trying to do, and I applaud them for doing something. Okay? Unlike Battlefield, EA, that allowed hovercrafts to go up walls and mow people down with rocket launchers all over the place. They actually trying to do something, and I applaud them. I haven't touched Battlefield in almost a year. I don't care about it anymore because I gave up on it. I wasted $90 on a game that doesn't work on Steam, and I still haven't played it yet. I tried it 2 months ago. Like, you know what? I'm done with this. I just don't want to do it anymore, so that's why I don't play it anymore. So I'm bitter about that, and yes. But I'm not bitter about Call of Duty because I played the beta and it ran perfectly smooth. A couple issues, hiccups, but you're going to have that with servers. Because they're trying to test servers and really open up to see what happens to them. And I applaud them for doing that. So they're trying to control cheating. Okay, fine. It's like trying to control somebody who don't want to be controlled. The people who don't want to be controlled don't want to be controlled, okay? You're going to have to fall out there and find these people, and you have to eliminate them. And I don't mean kill them, but I mean eliminate their need to cheat. And that's something very hard to do. Especially in a society where people are at home more, because people working from home, people don't have jobs, they have jobs at home, what are they doing? So it's really hard to deter people a lot more time on their hands than they usually have. So what I'm saying, guys, when I end this video here in the next 2 minutes, 2-minute warning here, is what Activision's doing, I understand it. But my final thoughts are, if you're going to alienate over 60 million players or gamers to keep that 20 or 30 million, you lost your damn minds. You lost your damn minds. Because there's no way those 30 million, those 60 million people are going to buy your game, go out there and go buy a phone plan so they can play your stupid Call of Duty game. They'll just go get a cheap Xbox One or an Xbox X Series or Xbox One S, One X, play it on there, get done with it, or not play it at all. And say, screw you guys, I'm out of here. And not play Call of Duty every game ever again. Or Activision game ever again. And it may not even play Xbox anymore because your game's going to be on Xbox now, Game Pass. So you can be a lot more problematic down the road, even for Microsoft. So Microsoft might take notice. Like, we got to be careful with Activision. They have their ecosystem. Especially if a lot of the gamers are console gamers. But bullshit, but okay. It's bullshit, really what it is. But yeah, guys, there's no way it's going to work without having problems. You're going to have problems. You're going to alienate people. And the people get alienated are the people who are the honest gamers. The cheaters and the liars and stealers are going to do what they want and get away with it and laugh in your face because of what they do. This is Crisis 169 saying peace, love, like, subscribe, and turn notifications, ring that bell. Gamer Tag Crisis 169 on Xbox Live and Steam's Crisis 1691. See you guys later. Peace out.